The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 348 of a daily deck review. In the deck that we'll take a look at today is the Fifth Kingdom Luxury Playing Cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Fifth Kingdom Luxury Playing Cards in a ultra kind of more glossy finish tuck box. It's not your standard kind of glossy finish, it's more of like a more ultra glossy finish tuck box, more shinier of a tuck box here. And these aren't your regular kind of standard cards, but we'll get to that in a minute. Here we have Fifth Kingdom up here, luxury playing cards, in that kind of like brownish yellow colorway. And in the middle, you kind of got this like crown design with some like birds, three birds there. And you got the black colorway for the tuck box. And at the bottom, it says by Mariah Fedosiva. I probably butchered that. And on the side, you just got more like a floral kind of design there. The other side, the exact same thing, but a few little birds there. And on the bottom, these are from Playing Card Decks. So you got their logo there. And it says distributed by Playing Card Decks. And then at the bottom here, you might notice it says Prototype 2019. So these are from 2019. And these are the prototype deck. So the prototype deck might not handle as good as like a normal like finished deck. And then on the back, a little sneak peek, I think, of the back design. I'm not entirely sure. A little sneak peek of that back design. And on the top, there's more of that little floral design. On the tuck flap, more floral design. And the inner tuck flaps have two little dragonflies. Take the cards out of the box. On the inside of the tuck box is just plain white. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. And now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first start with that back design. There. And here we have a one-way back design with that standard white border going around. There. And you can see it's kind of like a totem pole kind of style where it has like the lion or tiger there at the bottom. And has like the goat kind of animal there. And then you got the owl up there. And then you got the two snakes on either side. And then there's a one-way back design there. So if you were to flip it over, the design would be upside down. And it is in a black, gray, and like tan kind of colorway, with the black being like the background. And you got the gray and tan over top there. And now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we start with the first Joker. You got a star and a star there in each corner. Then a red circle there, like a hula hoop kind of, where the Joker's kind of like stepping through it there with some cards in its hand. And then you got a second Joker there, which has red stars instead of like the dark like black kind of or bluish black kind of color. I guess it's probably just black color, right? Where you got the red stars there, and then the black ring there, and then the red colored Joker there, kind of like bending through it in a different pose, with more cards in its hand. And you get to that custom Ace of Spades, and all the cards in these deck are fully custom. You got the custom pips, and you got the custom designs on each card. So this one's kind of like a tower there, a kingdom kind of fortress. Then you got some guys with like spears there at the bottom. And then each card is fully custom, so I'm not going to describe them all too much because it would take too long. But you got two little the females there with the jars on their head. You got some birds here, an archer, another character there. So it's got a bunch of different characters for each card there. Some have animals, some have people. Then obviously you've seen with the ace, some have buildings on it there. But they're all fully custom cards here. And you got another building for the diamonds there. Start off with the ace, and some fish for the two, and some more people and some more animals there. And you got some more red accents within the diamonds here. The court cards are fully custom as well. And then you got the clubs, the court cards fully custom there. And then the fully custom cards are once again. There was some pretty good artwork on top. You got some knights, some horses, more people, and then the building for the ace of clubs. But I gotta pick that one card up because the nine's trying to escape. And then lastly, the hearts. The court cards, once again, are fully custom there. Some more red and tan kind of accents. Colorway. You want more people and some more animals like an elephant. You got the goat. More people. Monkeys, birds. snakes, and then that building there with the Ace of Hearts. And lastly, the last card in the deck is a blank face card. And now that we took a look at the cards, we'll get into the handle. But I gotta tell you, these cards aren't like, they're not, definitely not air cushion finish kind of quality. They're more like a cardboardy, kind of like papery kind of stock to it. So first we'll start with the springs. Yep, and since these are prototypes, they're definitely not going to handle, like I said, they might not handle the same as a regular deck. And these definitely do not, like so far, they do not handle good at all. Because you can't even spring these. These are like so stiff that there's no flex or bend to it. They're like, no one would want to handle these. They do not spring. So we'll move straight on to the fans. I'm gonna say they're not like terrible fans, but they're definitely not like super smooth. Like you can definitely tell that they like kind of stick together a little bit. Obviously, you can tell because you can't see all the pips or numbers there. You can see some of them, just they don't spread super evenly. Some of the cards kind of like stick together there. But not the worst for a prototype deck. And now time for that or Pharaoh. And the card's kind of Pharaoh, but you definitely have to like push them together and weave them together. So they don't really Pharaoh. Now for the giant fan of that back design. And now time for the reverse Pharaoh. And the reverse Pharaoh is definitely a lot better because they could actually like Pharaoh a little bit more. Now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the Riffle Shovel or Bridge Shovel. And this is the point of the video where that one-way back sign will get all mixed up. And I gotta say, those riffles are like the stiffest riffles that I've ever done. Because they don't even want to, like, the cards don't even want to bend. That's how thick they are. But the riffles, like the bridge part of it, is pretty nice though. You got a nice, like they don't feel like too like stiff or like sticky too there. So they're not, they feel pretty smooth through the bridge part. It's just the riffle, this part, is a little bit like super stiff and hard to even do it. Because you're supposed to bend the cards and they're hard to bend. But they still work a little bit. You can definitely kind of riffle these and like bridge shovel them, but it takes some effort to do it. So you might have to like get these to bend in. And now time for a few packet cuts. Well, I'm gonna say these ones are pretty nice for like packet abilities because they kind of like slightly stick together more, like an air cushion finish. So they're good for like packet ability. There, they're definitely not like super slidey or anything. They're definitely more on the sticky side, but that's not too bad though. They're a little bit slippery from time to time, I guess, when I did the worm there, because a bunch just slid off the table. But now that we pick those back up, we can move right on to that one-handed cut, or surely a cut. You can even tell these are prototypes just from the way that they one-hand cut, because they're kind of like slightly even stick together while doing the one-handed cut. And now time for the dribble. Well, like I say, the dribbles aren't terrible. You definitely tell like a thicker dribble, which is not bad. They're still pretty smooth though. Now on to that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, like I say, not a bad deck. Obviously, it's a prototype deck. So most people, when you're ordering these, obviously when you go to order like the Fifth Kingdom playing cards from playing card decks, you're not gonna get like a prototype deck from the site. You're gonna get an actual finished deck with like better handling quality, better quality deck there. So that's one thing to take notice. So me handling these in this video will not be the handling you'll get if you order these off the site. Even though these decks are a little bit older, so I'm not sure if they're still available on their website or not. But that's one thing to take notice when you order those. And from the design aspect, well, it has a pretty nice design there. Got that back one-way back design there, which is a decent one-way back design there with all those animals there. It looks pretty nice there. A little bit confusing though, kind of, until you actually realize what's going on there. And then for the faces, they're all fully custom, ace through king there, are fully custom with different kind of animals, people there, and some buildings there, like some of the aces. All the aces have like a different building type on them. There's like animals like birds, fish, males, females, different like characters there, like samurais, kings, queens, warriors, and stuff. Which is pretty nice theme deck. All pretty good artwork. And then for the handling, these did not handle that good at all because they are a prototype deck. So they're not going to handle the best. They'll still handle a little bit, but not the best. Like some things were good and some things were okay. Like the fans were decent fans. Definitely not like super smooth and like spreadable or anything, but like they still work pretty decent. The the I mean the springs, you could not spring these because these are super thick and they do not bend at all. Like the best thing they did was either the dribble or the packability was like the best thing they could do. But like I said, you can't really buy prototypes out there. I guess some sites will sell prototypes from time to time, but like for the most part, it's like a finished product where it has like the good quality cards to it and stuff. There. Well, and if you want to know where I got the prototype decks, obviously I got it from Playing Card Decks, but I didn't specifically buy these as a prototype deck. I got them from their Pitbox Club subscription because I do those from time to time, like monthly there. I get the monthly subscription, and this is where you can sometimes get prototypes like this in their box because it says prototype down there, like we took a look at earlier. Well, that's how I get prototypes from time to time. And well, I guess with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 348 of Daily Deck Review. This has been the Fifth Kingdom Luxury Playing Card from Playing Card Decks. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!